I didn't mean to tweet this. I'm not fat, y'all. I'm pregnant.
Nicki Minaj's sudden disappearance from social media over the past couple of weeks has definitely left fans wondering what's going on. Known for keeping a close connection with her followers, her silence has raised a lot of questions. Well, it turns out there's a pretty exciting reason behind it. Sources close to Nicki have shared that she and her husband, Kenneth Petty, are expecting their second child. In fact, Nicki is reportedly already 6 weeks pregnant. Oh. Now, if you're not familiar with their story, here's a little background. Nicki and Kenneth were actually high school sweethearts, but they lost contact after graduation. Fast forward to 2018, and their paths crossed again. It didn't take long for them to rekindle their love, but it wasn't without drama. Their relationship faced major backlash because Kenneth is a level 2 registered sex offender in New York with a criminal history that includes charges for attempted rape in the first degree and first-degree manslaughter. Despite the controversy, Nicki decided to be with him, and the couple's love story has been anything but ordinary ever since. Okay, so while Nicki may be keeping quiet on social media right now, it looks like she's preparing for a very special chapter in her life. The last thing Nicki Minaj's fans, or anyone who truly loves her, expected was for her to end up with someone like Kenneth Petty. But Nicki's never been one to let other people's opinions dictate her life. In fact, she openly defended her decision to be with him on an episode of her Queen radio podcast. She explained it simply. When a man loves you before the fame, before the money, how can you not understand that? And I spent so many years of my life trying not to. For Nicki, it's about real happiness, not chasing fame or clout. Nicki surprised everyone when she announced her marriage to Kenneth in a sweet Instagram post where she shared the date. Onika Tanya Miraj Petty, 21st October 19. And less than a year later, they welcomed their son into the world. Nicki couldn't hide her joy as she proudly showed off her baby and shared the happy news with her fans. It's clear that for Nicki, it's all about love, loyalty, and choosing what makes her happy, no matter what anyone else thinks. And fans are loving how she's staying true to herself with or without the spotlight. The last thing Nicki Minaj's fans, or anyone who truly loves her, expected was for her to end up with someone like Kenneth Petty. But Nicki's never been one to let other people's opinions dictate her life. In fact, she openly defended her decision to be with him on an episode of her Queen radio podcast. She explained it simply. When a man loves you before the fame, before the money, how can you not understand that? For Nikia, it's about real happiness, not chasing fame or clout. Nicki surprised everyone when she announced her marriage to Kenneth in a sweet Instagram post where she shared the date. Onika Tanya Miraj Petty, 21st October 19th. And less than a year later, they welcomed their son into the world. Nicki couldn't hide her joy as she proudly showed off her baby and shared the happy news with her fans. It's clear that for Nicki, it's all about love, loyalty, and choosing what makes her happy, no matter what anyone else thinks. And fans are loving how she's staying true to herself, with or without the spotlight. Nicki Minaj was showered with love and support after the birth of her son, including a sweet congratulatory message from Beyonce and other celebrities. She shared her gratitude on Instagram, saying thank you to Queen Bee, Kim, Riccardo Tisci, Winnie, Carol, and everyone who sent well wishes during this time. It meant the world to me. Nicki went on to gush, I am so grateful and in love with my son. Madly in love. My favorite little boy in the whole wide world. It was clear she was completely smitten with her little one. But despite all the love, Nicki's journey as a mom hasn't been free from criticism. She's faced some trolling, with people commenting on her son's appearance. And of course, her biggest rival, Cardi B, didn't hold back either, throwing some jabs at Nicki for marrying Kenneth. But Nicki isn't letting the negativity affect her. Instead, she's focused on what really matters: her family and her love for her son. Through it all, Nicki continues to stay true to herself and her happiness. The drama between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B just keeps getting more intense. It all started when Nicki trolled Cardi for sticking with Offset despite his constant cheating. And Cardi didn't hold back either. She hit back at Nicki for marrying a convicted sex offender. But things really took a turn when their husbands got involved. Offset started trolling Kenneth Petty, which led to Kenneth and one of his friends showing up near Offset's hotel. They didn't stop there. Kenneth's friend sent a message to Offset, daring him to come down and fight like a man. The whole thing went viral when a video of the situation spread like wildfire on social media. Fans weren't impressed and quickly started tearing into Kenneth for trying to start a physical fight with Offset. The whole drama had everyone talking, with people sharing their opinions and choosing sides. It was another messy chapter in this ongoing feud, and it only seemed to heat things up even more. The drama just keeps piling up for Nicki Minaj and her husband, Kenneth Petty. After their heated confrontation with Offset, things took an even crazier turn when rumors started circulating about Kenneth's involvement in a major incident. It was reported that he was the one who allegedly snuck weed into the Netherlands, where Nicki was detained for a few hours after her show. Authorities suspected she was carrying illegal substances, and things got tense. And sources close to Nicki revealed that when she found out the police were onto them and their plane might be stopped unless they searched their bags, she told Kenneth to run. Since that incident in the Netherlands, Kenneth has kept a pretty low profile, staying out of the public eye. It's clear that the couple has had their fair share of drama, and right now, Kenneth seems to be laying low and keeping things quiet. Fans are left wondering what's next in this ongoing saga. For a while. Kenneth Petty and Nicki Minaj have been keeping a low profile, staying out of the public eye. But just a few days ago, the internet went wild when a media outlet reported that Nicki is expecting her second child. Nicki Minaj's first pregnancy was full of public moments, with her showing off her baby bump and sharing her excitement with her fans. But this time, things are a bit different. It turns out that Nicki has been staying off social media at the request of her husband, Kenneth Petty. Sources close to the couple say that Kenneth wanted her to keep their pregnancy private for personal reasons she's married to, but other than that, it's great to see her building her family, especially with her age. It's really inspiring to me as I'm 37 myself and thinking about starting my own family soon. It gives me hope to see others in similar situations. But what do you think? Was Kenneth Petty right to ask Nicki Minaj to keep her pregnancy private after all the challenges they faced trying to have another baby? Do you agree with his decision? Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Should Nicki have had the right to announce her pregnancy since she's the one carrying the baby? Or was Kenneth being too controlling by asking her to keep it private? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below. And while you're here, make sure to check out the next video. Video number 10, Nicki's interview with the Supreme British Treasury Secretary.